Hey, so the poem that I'm getting ready to recite is called Gloom, and pretty much I wrote this poem sometime last year during a time where I was like really depressed and my mental health just wasn't all there. It's all, a process. Our mental health is a process. Taking care of ourselves and really putting ourselves first and learning to love ourselves is really a task for us sometimes here on earth. And we all been struggling with it. We all struggle with it. Humanity, just being human, period. Being human is hard. So I wrote this poem sometime last year, really describing how I was feeling. And I hope that, y'all enjoy it. I tried to brighten the colors of my nails in hopes that my sorrows would brighten with it. But somehow I found that the brightness was already within my spirit, deep down within every tissue, but my brightness was blocked because I have issues. I have problems, and I have things that interfere with my life, but see, I don't really know how to solve them, so when life gives me lemons, I dodge them. Fuck lemonade, because lemonade sounds too sweet. And actually, it sounds too good to be true. So at my lemonade stand, all I'm selling is brew to help cope with the abuse from the wickedness of my thoughts. And who would have thought that loving myself would be the hardest part, and that expressing myself would be the most valuable art? And who would have thought that I could have control of my thoughts, and though they are not real, how come they conceal every part of my reality? And how come at night my thoughts, they be haunting me, taunting me? I try to escape, but the motherfuckers be stalking me, talking to me, and they tell me that I'm not shit and that I'm not worth it. So whenever I leave this earth, I'm convinced it'll be on purpose, because it's hard to follow your purpose when you don't feel that you deserve it. But life is like a camera lens, and you'll lose sight if you're not focused. Like, how the fuck did I get so depressed and I didn't even notice? Because before I could blink, it had already begun. And there I lay in the garden, I was the only sunflower that grew tired of the sun. But how do I bloom when every time I make a decision I feel doomed? Sometimes I wish I had a room that was directly on the moon, so that I can have a place where I can hoard all of this gloom, and soon I can understand my fate. Because sometimes I look in the mirror and don't recognize my face, and it's starting to feel like I'm taking up space. No one is safe in this shit called life. Not the mother, the brother, the sister, a wife. And I want to believe it's going to be alright, but see, I struggle when it comes to taking my own advice. Is this the price that I have to pay for overthinking? Because my imaginary thoughts, they're keeping my mind shrinking, and I'm sinking in a pool of regret, in an ocean of shame, in a sea of distress. Want to stop saying yes so that I can learn to say no, because people will take advantage when they know your heart is gold. I give so much love to the next, but when it comes to myself, it's hardly any left. They tell me to forgive, but how do I forget? Or how do I let myself become free? Because although I'm physically free, I feel that my soul is in a cell. But I guess only time can tell. So until then, just pass me the weed, pass me the L, the Crown Royale, the pills, until I'm feeling ill, until I no longer can feel, until I've convinced myself that all of my gloom has disappeared. Thank y'all.